Well, joining us now is one of the congressmen who is trying very hard to break through that barrier of I don't knows and I haven't a clues. His name is Kevin Brady. He joins us now, Republican from Texas. Congressman, look, thanks very much for joining us. We think you were the standout questioner last Friday. You were on this program asking those very good questions and making important points. My point is this. Don't you need a special prosecutor now to penetrate the I don't knows and really get some answers to the questions which the whole country wants answered?
Well, I think actually it's a little too early in the sense that there are three major abuses of power, it looks like, within the IRS. Some may be illegal, some may be wholly inappropriate in a major way.
What would they be? So what would they be? Well, they're targeting political groups.
We've got the targeting of both political groups and donors.
And donors,
you've got the leaking. Yeah. You got the leaking of taxpayer information, both perhaps to campaign teams, obviously to the media, the Huffington Post, and to liberal groups as well. And then you've got the whole issue: did they share this conservative applications information with other federal agencies? And then finally, did they mislead Congress, which I think has become clear each day? Our point is this: let's get to the truth, good or bad. Let's have a deliberate, thoughtful investigation, and the Ways and Means Committee is launching that as we speak.
Who appoints a special prosecutor?
Well, that would obviously come from, I would think, from the White House or from Congress, but I really think there is so much there within the IRS that if we just, again, follow it to the truth, begin subpoenaing the key people, investigating, interviewing key people in Cincinnati and the IRS, I think we're going to get to the truth.
Lois Lerner will be testifying tomorrow. She's the lady who ran the tax-exempt office. She's the lady who orchestrated the apology. I don't think you have a chance to ask any questions tomorrow because it's a different committee. But if you did have the chance, if it were you asking her questions tomorrow, what would you ask her?
The same question I asked Stephen Miller, and he ducked, which is who authorized targeting of conservative organizations? How long did it go on? Who approved it? And why did you never tell Congress, after 2 years of inquiries and us demanding to know the answer, you waited till you planted a question at American Bar Association before you had even discussed this issue?
What's your hunch, Congressman? Was this just relatively mid-level people who just decided to do this on their own, or were they prodded and pointed to it from somebody higher up?
These are very serious actions from the IRS. They violate, I think, both law and the role of the IRS. I think turning the IRS politically on organizations, individuals, rises to a whole nother level. I don't believe a small group of low-level employees at the IRS thought this up or implemented on their own.
The Washington Post has a poll out, and I'm not sure whether we trust polls one way or the other, but they do have a poll that shows the president's approval rating has not budged one jot from where it was before the IRS scandal broke.
I think it's too early. The truth of the matter is, I think back home, average people who are frightened of the IRS anyway, that thought they would target them because of their political beliefs, is really frightening and troubling. And so, again, I don't think we ought to play politics. We ought to get to the truth. We ought to hold them accountable and make sure this never happens again.
But you're going to go away. I mean, the whole of Congress goes away on a long summer recess. I'm not sure when you leave town, but when you do leave town, I mean, this scandal essentially is dead in the water until you all come back again, right?
Stuart, it will absolutely not be that case. The Ways and Means Committee is assigning our oversight subcommittee, headed by Charles Bustani, Louisiana, to head the investigation. The staff's already begun the work on it. This will be a persistent, steady, I think, deliberate investigation. So no, we're not taking any breaks. In fact, we're going to work through till we get to the truth.
Congressman Kevin Brady, the man who asked, is this still America? Thank you very much indeed, Congressman. Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you. Time for the Gold Report.